Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. I am Eric. On the bar for today, Glenmorangie, a Tale of Winter limited edition single malt Scotch whiskey from the Highland region. As always here on the channel, nose taste finish review. This whiskey's coming your way. I'll tell you a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts, final score, leave you with the malt musing. But first, like, comment, subscribe. 3 super easy things you can do to help support the Malt Muser Whiskey Review channel and community. Would love to also see you pop in on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern time. There is a weekly Tuesday happy hour where I profile a bottle, chat with folks in the whiskey community. So would love to see you in the chat. Okay, so we got a special edition, limited edition whiskey here today. Glenmorangie's A Tale of Winter. So first and foremost, a bit about Glenmorangie. It is a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. If you subscribe to the belief that the regions do have a very distinct difference in styles, some people debate it, others think it's real. Glenmorangie is a very classic in the Highland style. They have the tallest stills in Scotland, which means lots of reflux, which means only the lightest compounds in the spirits are getting up into that line arm and going in to make this whiskey. So it is known as a more light, delicate whiskey. Also one of the most popular whiskeys for many years, the 10-year-old Glenmorangie, one of the was the most consumed whiskey in Scotland. Not sure that's still the case, but it's definitely up there. Okay, so with that, what we have here is the Glenmorangie Tale of Winter. Now they are owned by Louis Vuitton Hennessy. They are the same company and master distiller who does all of the creative work for Ardbeg as well. So as you might notice, last year around this time, they released a whiskey called A Tale of Cake. So it seems like they're kind of going with this as a style. I don't know if this is going to be a series or not, but here's what this whiskey has to say. This is a Highland single malt Scotch, Marsala wine cask finish. Now, Marsala wine is a fortified wine, so basically like a sherry, kind of has a nutty, dry fruit type flavor to it. Can range anywhere from sweet to dry. This one is 46% ABV, which is great, a little bit higher than you usually get with Glenmorangie. It is also non-chill filtered. It says so right here on the box, which is great. There is a whole bunch of advertising fluff here. I'll just share a little bit that this whiskey, the snug and magical feeling of sitting in front of a fireplace as snow blankets the world outside in pursuit of a radiant taste and wintry aroma to be finished in this 13-year-old single malt in Marsala wine casks from Sicily. So it is a 13-year-old, but they really bury the age statement on this. Since it is still winter, about mid-March here in Chicago, and snow still falls, why not check this whiskey out? Okay, here is the bottle. Classic Glenmorangie, elegant looking bottle. Pretty cool design on here. Looks kind of like a winter sweater. Same marketing stuff on the back. It does not say anything anywhere on here about color, but it is, as I said, 46%. It is non-chill filtered, and it is 13 years old, despite that age statement being buried in the description, which is a bit curious. All right. Let's get some of this in the glass. I personally am a fan of Marsala sherry. I do enjoy the way that it works with most Scotch whiskeys. So this one definitely caught my eye. This is the color, whether it's real or not, TBD. Okay. On the nose. Okay. Immediately, I get kind of like a varnished wood note. There are some dark, what is that? Yeah, like fresh polished wood. Definitely some oak spice going on in this. There's that dry fruit. It's kind of like Christmas spice, but a little bit more rounded off. Apricot, orange, honey. The honey is a classic Glenmorangie note. All in all, it smells rich, warming, a bit of spice in it, but it's not overpowering. Quite impressive nose. Relaxed. Okay, let's give it a taste. All right. So it arrives with like a medium body. There's a little bit more depth to this than the Glenmorangie if you've drank a lot of Glenmorangies before. I think that 46% has something to do with it. Creamy kind of, yeah, look at it. Almond pecan kind of thing going on. And then you have this, again, these fruit notes, apricot, it's like stewed plum. Then a nice heavy hit of oak spice comes in, kind of obliterates most of the stuff on your palate with a really big hit of spice, cinnamon-like, that goes into a medium long finish. It's creamy, almond, malted milk ball a little bit of chocolate, honey, orange. So you're getting a whiskey here that's got a spicier backbone, it's got sweet, a bit on the savory side as well. Okay, do one more neat sip here, and then and the second sip, slight hints of tropical fruit, maybe a little bit of banana, which usually signifies a little bit more youth in a whiskey. Vanilla, big time. Light brown sugar. All right, a few drops of water here. This is at 46%, so we're going to bring it down just a few notches. 3 drops of water. It's a nice burnt sugar note left in my mouth right now, which is nice. Okay. The nose here with water, toned down a bit, yes, definitely. That kind of polished wood varnish note that I was getting before has gone by the wayside. It is now a bit more bitter, a bit drier, still oakier. Oaky doesn't mean bad necessarily, but it can be some whiskeys. Not the case here. It seems like it's nicely balanced. It's got those nice kind of creamy stewed fruits on the darker side wrapped around it, a little bit of vanilla, that honey note. Here we go. So again, on the palate here, it's not the most complex whiskey. You really do get a lot of that Marsala. And if you like that flavor, this is a whiskey you will probably enjoy. Medium body. Again, the kind of chocolate covered cashew, kind of nuttiness, pecan, almond, that kind of thing. The red fruit or the apricot, the dried apricot. The bit of orange, bit of maybe, yeah, stewed plum, raisin, big time on the raisin. The spice hit is taken a bit back with the water, so the water definitely takes that spice down, but you still get a bit of that oak spice. It's a little bit effervescent on the tongue, gives you a little pinch. It is hot, cinnamon red hot, medium long finish here. Kind of vanilla, caramel, nougat note, bit of that fruit. All right. Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is a limited edition release from the Glenmorangie folks, and A Tale of Winter will run you here in the US on that $95 to $100 mark right now. It does not say on here how many bottles there are, so it is tough to tell you exactly how easy this will be to get. But here in March of 2022, it's still pretty readily available. So 13-year-old whiskey, 46%, non-chill filtered, all good things. At around $100 price point. Okay, a little bit on the pricey side, but limited release. I'm going to go with just a medium value on this, maybe just a tick lower. $100 is a lot to ask for this, but it is, it's a tasty whiskey. So let's get into some final thoughts here. So as folks on the channel know, I am a big fan of Glenmorangie. They are I like their kind of elegant style. The lighter whiskey, it's a great contrast to some of the other things I like to drink on. This one is a bit on the heavier side. I enjoy it. I do find that the Marsala cask is a bit overpowering here. So it is kind of taking away from some of the classic Glenmorangie spirit elements. But this is a minor quibble. All in all, I enjoy this quite a bit. If you like Marsala, this is a whiskey to definitely look out for. If you are not sure if you like Marsala, I would definitely try a more modestly priced Marsala whiskey if you can get finished whiskey if you can get your hands on it, or try some Marsala itself so you can get your bearings and know if you want to buy a $100 bottle of whiskey that has been sitting for some period of time in a Marsala cask. All in all, I think this is a little bit better than the Tale of Cake, if that is a comparison worth making. It does live up to its kind of wintry dram. It's a bit heavier. It's got some of those kind of winter flavors. Very competent, solid whiskey. It is not the best whiskey I've had this year, but I definitely enjoy it. And I'm going to give it a healthy score based on its presentation, based on the flavor, and my general enjoyment of drinking it with you all today. This is going to get a 3.5 out of 5. If you are in the 100-point scale type person, that is between an 84 and an 86. So a very respectable score. It's an above average score. My average is 3. So, you know, definitely something to keep a lookout for. If you like Glenmorangie, keep an eye on, but if more so, if you like Marsala, this is the one for you. So 3.5 out of 5, that is the final score here for a Glenmorangie, a Tale of Winter. Let me know in the comments below if you've had this. What did you think about it? I'm going to enjoy the rest of this dram now and send you on over to your malt musing. And with that, I will catch you next time here on Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. Salad, y'all.